So you screw them into your vein.
How
She
could
goes, do you have cholesterol? And I said, no. I'm just, hi, how are you? Todd and Erin, Daily Stream. We're talking, I had a blood draw this morning, 9 a.m.
Needles aren't Todd's thing, and that's
They
completely understandable for many people. It is like, as long as I don't have to see it, I don't really care what you stick in my skin. That's fine, whatever needle. But this is your thing, and that's okay. And so I was kind of concerned about you because the last time you went to this particular place, the woman took literally 5 or 6 stabs trying to get the IV into his vein, and I'm just like, okay,
If you didn't
if
call
you
me,
don't know what you're doing here, you
didn't-
need to get somebody else in here.
and usually they call me Mr. Vein. This lady was awesome today, and it was like
She was quick and
it was
painless?
great.
Good.
It was great
Okay,
because you
good.
have to fast for 12 hours, and as soon as someone says, "Hey, you can't eat," what are you thinking?
Just on principle, right?
I just want to wear a pizza on my head, and just but it was 9 o'clock last night. Went to bed 9 o'clock this morning. Got the blood gone. It was good. Everything's fine.
You all right then? No passing out or anything?
I get a little queasy.
That's okay.
I switch my feet, and I tell her that.
Well, I think a lot of people get queasy. I don't think that's anything that's unusual. I mean, it's hard.
I used to pass out. They took blood on a table once, and it was away from the wall, and I woke up on the floor. And I warned her. I said, "I'm warning you right now. Could happen," but she didn't listen.
Could be worse. You could have been my sister.
So yesterday, I found a kid in a car.
No, a baby in a car with the
Like
fuzzy head.
baby, sticking straight up baby. Like
fuzzy hair stage?
What stage is that? 8 months?
About 8 to 9 months, yeah.
Yeah, and I just caught the shadow of it in the Suburban, and I was just like tinted windows, but I could see the outline, and I could see the car
95
seat.
degrees yesterday.
So the car is running, right? And so
Oh, that makes me feel all kinds of better. So there's no driver in the car, but it's running.
this is my question. So I walked up and I touched the glass, and it was cool. So the AC is on and stuff, and I thought, I would never leave my kid in a car, even in the winter. I mean,
Well, the first thing that's coming to mind is
kids in the car.
anyone who wants to carjack the car, it's like, it's running. And I don't even care if she locks the door with her fob. It's like, you open it in 2 seconds and you're out,
Right.
and you're gone with a baby in the car.
So I stayed next to the car. I told 2 other people walking by.
So you don't look like scary guy standing next
Right.
to a car.
And I'm
yeah.
sitting there and I'm staying. So I get in my car, and it's only a space away, and I'm sitting there and I'm videotaping. And here comes a lady, and she just gets there. And the only reason I didn't call the police was when she got to the car, it looked like a 5-year-old jumped into the front, and I didn't see that child.
Oh, this was at the liquor store, by the way. She
And
was in there for
that
about 10,
doesn't-
15 minutes.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means something to me that she
So-
thought something was more important than her kids. But I'm being judgmental, I know. But go on.
You're booze shaming.
I'm not booze shaming.
So anyway, the little kid jumps up and helps her open the door and stuff. And I just thought to myself, so that's not illegal, right? That's not illegal to do that.
I think it's still illegal to leave children in a car under a certain age.
I stayed right there, and I was like perplexed of what to do. And I just stayed there, and I'm thinking, okay, the car's cold.
But the car is running, and you have an infant and what may be like a 5-year-old in the car alone.
Not my choice.
But what I'm saying, though, is that's got to be illegal. I mean...
It's not right. I know that. Because it scared the crap out of me. And I'm like, okay, the windows are cold. I'm good here. I'll just stay until
somebody...
it's resolved.
But I just can't... I'm freaked out that she left her kids alone in a running car because
Scared the crap
I'm glad
out
they
of
have
me.
air conditioning. So because I know the next thing you would have done is broken a window. But
I have the
you're still
tool
leaving
right here in the door pocket.
You're still leaving an infant and a preschooler alone in a car.
Yeah.
How
Not
does
my
that-
choice.
That's
Not my
got to be
choice.
illegal. Does anyone know this? If you're watching on Facebook right now, would you let
Yeah.
us know? Because that has to be illegal, right?
It's either that or just bad parenting.
But I know that, and I'm proud of you for standing there, and I know you would because you're Todd and you're a dad, and that's what you do, and you rescue people,
just
and I'm proud of you.
awesome.
But it's like
Maybe this is the
Very
definition.
upsetting.
Maybe this is the definition of free-range child raising.
I'll just let him drive the car while I'm in the store.
It's legal now. Remember, they passed the thing where the kids can play in the park.
I don't think that's what they meant.
Maybe not.
I'm
All right.
almost sure. Yeah, I'd like your opinion. That can't be legal.
A bunch of criminals are out there being rounded up by the authorities.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know we were.
It's been going on for 13 years. These criminals have been tracked down by the state wildlife officials. They volunteer. They round up geese who are living in the Salt Lake City area, and they locate them.
We have the urban geese.
We're talking about the Canadians.
We have the urban geese.
They say,
oh, really? Oh, the white geese are okay, and you're going to take away the Canadians?
They're domesticated.
Oh, that's right. So you're going to take the refugee geese, and you're taking them away.
Well, I'm not separating their kids from them.
No, that's really nice. That's really nice. You've got the foreign geese, and you're taking the foreign geese away.
Not taking their goslings away.
That's really nice.
So the fun thing is, and this sounds
racist.
This sounds hilarious. Is they round up? They did it Tuesday morning with mostly children volunteers. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious!
Oh no, can you imagine how much fun Zoe would have?
They captured 6 adult geese, 13 young geese, and they're taken to the border of Colorado, and they're put there in a natural setting so that they will fly back and migrate with the other geese, which is so cool. This has been going on since 2006. 6,000 geese have been relocated. You know what's funny, though?
I just like the phrase urban geese. I always have these sophisticated geese going, no, I don't want the countryside.
Golf courses, housing complexes that have a pond or some sort like that. And I'm just thinking 13 kids do this. So what you do, use them as bait. So you take bread and you shove it in all the kids' pockets, and then you somehow hobble them. To slow them from running, a little rope maybe or something, and you let them loose and let the ducks have at them. And when they're doing that and they're getting the bread, you net them. You net them at that moment in time. I want to do it.
You totally no. Zoe would do it. She would stuff bread down her own shirt and stand there like, "Come at me." I mean, she would.
They don't do it that way. That's just my suggestion.
Well, she would still do it though.
My other suggestion was cover them all in peanut butter and have them roll in bird food. And then have them run around. See? Always thinking.
We're not sure of what, but
always
something.
Thinking. And they're not alone.
Well, this is like Weird Animal Day. Now, what is this thing?
They were called. Once again, the animal control officers. And they were taken to, they were called in on a Salt Lake City high school that did not name them yet. And there were 3...
unnamed high school.
Yeah, there was 3 potbelly pigs hanging out. They went into a neighbor's yard. They were all hiding underneath their car. The pigs have been spotted running around the unnamed high school.
So someone dumped the potbelly pigs at the high school.
As a prank, they're thinking.
Sounds like a rival thing, but still, it's like, why the pigs? The pigs were like, what did we do?
Exactly.
Why did we get thrown into the trunk of your car?
They rounded up the 3. It was an extremely stressful situation for the pigs. They could easily overheat it, and because pigs don't have sweat glands. You know that. That's why they roll in mud.
In mud, that's right.
So here's the problem. They've taken them down to the state place.
So they don't know who they belong to? There wasn't any tag or anything?
And they're going to be put up for adoption unless, the owner comes in. And I got to think, there's a 10-year-old girl crying herself to sleep, saying, "Where's Mr. Oinky? Where's Freckles and Buddha? Where are they? Someone swiped 3 pigs from someone."
Mr. Oinky?
You don't miss...
That's the dumbest name ever.
You don't just not notice 3 of your pigs that are gone.
Well, maybe it was a big pig farm. But potbellies are different, though.
They're pets.
Those are pet pigs. Yeah, they're not like pigs. Oh, that's so sad.
See? Little 10-year-old. Trying to sleep but can't. Her tears are wetting the pillow.
We hope you're happy, you juvenile pranksters.
So she's crying and her bottom lip is trembling like this. You stole pigs. That should be pretty easy to go, hey, you missing a pig? Yeah, 3 of them, as a matter of fact. They're being taken care of nicely. They're being fed.
Of course they are.
Go get your pigs. Or sign up for a list for adoption when they are able to do that.
That's really funny.
Crazy animals in Salt Lake. This is great.
Urban geese and fugitive pigs.
Geese, it's just so funny.
This is exciting. Well, this is really interesting. I was wondering how this was going, the 4th Congressional District race, because we've got a ways. I mean, it's not going to really heat up until like October, November, but Representative Mia Love and the Democratic nominee, who is, of course, the Salt Lake County Mayor, Ben McAdams.
Yes.
And so they were kind of just checking to see what was going on, where were they were at. The race is too close to call already. He's pulled that close. Love is ahead of McAdams by 4 points, 47% to 43.
Right.
This is according to a UtahPolicy.com poll that was released yesterday. But because they have an error rate of like plus or minus 5%, then they're saying it's even Stevens as far as we're concerned. So that's kind of interesting.
I wonder if Love's going to get a bump because she was involved in freeing Josh.
Could be.
From
Venezuela, Josh.
Venezuela, yeah. So she was kind of involved in that. So I wonder if
that was such an abrupt thing too, because it went on for 2 years, and his poor mom's plugging away. Nothing. I mean, the judges sort of disappeared. We were supposed to meet with him and everything, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's out.
Hatch kind of stuck with it for a long time.
It was just interesting that it was so quick,
making motions towards that, but yeah. Let's back up one and tell me about the dangerous property crimes.
Oh, okay. I thought that I had done the Love McAdams. Okay. Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like we plan our show. No.
Well, here's the thing I'm confused about. Just Tuesday, Wallet Hub ranked us here in Utah. Wallet Hub. They do all the Wallet Hub. They do all the national things and most friendly and most touristy and blah, blah, blah. But they said that we are the fourth safest state to live in here in Utah. Fourth safest in the country.
Let's say that to the people who stole my utility trailer when I first moved in our new neighborhood. Go ahead.
Well, here's the deal, though. That's the thing. We are ranked here in Salt Lake City as the #1 most dangerous city for property crime.
Right.
Now, they got this from the FBI crime data, and according to the FBI...
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, you caught me. Tell me more.
Was that even attempted to be funny?
It was funny. You're laughing.
Is anyone laughing? No one's laughing.
Yeah, they are. Inside where it counts.
Yeah, sure. Property crime is defined as burglary, larceny, motor vehicle theft. Oh, surprise. And it's interesting. We are the #1 most dangerous city for property crime. #1 in the nation. And the thing that was interesting about that is that you had to have at least 100,000 of a population to even count for this.
Right.
And they said that we were the lowest population city in all of them, and yet we were the most dangerous for property crime. I thought that was interesting.
That's weird.
Pretty much all of us have been stolen from, except for the people who are stealing, although maybe someone's stealing from them. But
so if you're thinking about, and have been thinking about for a long time, about putting a padlock on that back gate, you probably should.
Yeah, everywhere. #1!
That's crazy.
That's just amazing to me. All right,
let's get some information.
All right, let's go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom, and she is brought to you by Fink & McGregor. Mortgages made simple. Look, go to think-mcgregor.com. It literally takes 4 minutes, and you find out all the mortgages that you're qualified for. It's really nice. Also, by Brio Technologies, your experts in lighting, sound, and video. Just imagine your business with this totally cool media wall. These are the people that can set everything up for you. You can rent, they can maintain, they can do everything. Go to brioaudiovisual.com. And by the New Millennium Financial Group. This is a really scary time to be investing and trying to figure out what you're going to do to take care of yourself and your family for the rest of your life. Go to utahsfinancialplanner.com. They're going to get you started. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Hello, everyone. Here's what's making news on Thursday, June 7th on GephartDaily.com. The driver of a small passenger car was killed in South Jordan Wednesday night after she was hit broadside by a construction dump truck carrying 12 tons of concrete. The victim, identified as 31-year-old Samantha Hawkins, was headed east at Bangor Highway and 9800 South when the southbound truck hit the driver's side of her Subaru hatchback. Hawkins died at the scene. Witnesses told police the dump truck ran a red light. A 1-year-old boy was found face down and unresponsive in a pond in Sandy on Wednesday night. The boy was transported to Alderview Hospital, then Primary Children's Hospital by medical helicopter. The boy was alive but in critical condition, according to police reports. This is the 4th drowning or near-drowning incident since Saturday in the Salt Lake Valley. A 3-year-old girl in South Jordan and a 4-year-old girl in West Valley City were revived, and a 3.5-year-old girl in Riverton died at the hospital. And police in Roosevelt are investigating a case of sexting by students at Union High School, officials said Wednesday. No charges have been filed yet, but evidence is being evaluated at the state crime lab, according to a statement from the Roosevelt Police Department. Officers issued a statement urging parents to talk to their children about the fact that sexting, even between two minors, is considered illegal under Utah's child pornography laws. And time now for a look at the Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's #1 audiovisual specialists, and by Magic Wash, home of the high-tech, long-lasting ceramic car wash with outlets in South Ogden and Layton. Northern Utah is a lot like it was yesterday, with highs in the low 90s and lows in the 60s now through Saturday. Relief does come on Sunday, when the high is expected to be only 75. In St. George, your Sunday cold wave gets you to 96 degrees, and in the days leading up to that, you'll have highs just over 100 degrees. That's it for now. For more news and weather 24/7, go to GetParkDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
The lavender.
All right, thank you, Daisy. New Millennium Financial. Okay, see if this makes sense to you. Let's say that you want a vegetable garden, okay? So you want a vegetable garden, but you've never done it before. But you already have the sprinklers, you already have the dirt, you have the fertilizer, you got the plants, everything's ready to go. But what order? Where does it go? I don't know. Marigolds next to tomatoes, fight off insects. I have no idea. Where do the beets go? When do I put them in? New Millennium Financial will tell you the order, because you probably got a 401k. You've done some savings. You got equity in your house. Your kids are out of school, or at least out of the house. How do you put this together so that you are in a good situation to retire at the end of whatever it is you're doing right now? So they are the ones, they are farmers of wealth is what they are.
That was really profound.
I know. So if you want more information on this, just go to Millennium Financial.
UtahsFinancialPlanner.com.
Yeah.
UtahsFinancialPlanner.com.
This is an unbelievable story.
Tell me something good.
I'm going to share with you. Tell me something good. This happens in Japan. Now, a lot of people are talking about depression, and this is about suicide. And they know that mentally, natural light has an effect.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've learned about it from seasonal affective disorder, yeah.
And people in Alaska, when it's dark for 2 months or whatever, they go into a light box. Everybody has a little light box, and they turn it on. They spend half an hour to an hour in front of that, because the bright, brilliant light does something to the human brain. A lot of other people say, you know what, the best thing you could do, and this goes for a lot of people, is go outside, go camping, sit around a campfire, listen to the birds. The being outdoors, the blue sky, the sun, the wind, has effects on the human brain. Mm-hmm. So here's the new one. In Japan, they've had a horrible situation with suicides, and all at the subway stations.
Well, part of it is the cultural thing of nobody wants to make trouble and nobody wants to leave a mess, which sounds horrible, but essentially they think somehow that committing suicide in a public place instead of at home relieves their loved ones of the burden of finding them.
So they're jumping in front of trains.
They're plunging in front of trains. It's horrible. It's heartbreaking.
And a huge amount. And what's going on right now is Tokyo is currently working and building barricades. But there's 243 of the stations. And they got to get this done by 2023 is their goal. But
there's so many lives in the meantime.
Yeah, so they've come up with something else, and maybe a more effective solution at the train stations. And they tried this, and it worked. The effect of light that is blue light is...
Blue light?
Yes.
Not natural, but blue.
Light blue tint is stopping people from doing this. The numbers are down.
I mean, plunged, which was amazing, plummeted by 84%.
84%.
I mean, how many lives has that saved? By blue light, do they understand the science of why?
They're just thinking that it's got that calming kind of, that makes, there's so many things that affect it. Smells, where you're sitting in a room. A lot of these things affect your mental health or your mental being, I guess it is.
Your well-being, yeah.
And so what they're saying is the light blue has an effect on not probably everyone, but on a lot of people. that it's enough to deter someone from doing something so sad and so horrendous.
Well, when it's plummeted by 84%, you know, this is apparently working on most people. That's incredible.
That's over the course of the last 10 years.
That's amazing.
Blue light. That's pretty amazing.
Wow. I want to know more about the science behind that. That's so interesting.
I know.
And what good news.
All right, Christopher's giveaway. We should mention that quickly.
All right, just imagine you could just, put on a dress. It's been a while. I can't remember. And you get a babysitter, and then you're like, I'm an adult. And then you look at your favorite person, and you go, I don't know what we'd talk about if we don't talk about the children.
I'm going to shave my legs before I go.
I think you should. And you stare at each other, and then you go, we should get some friends to come with us. And then you go to Christopher's, and you relax, and you start eating amazing food. I want that lobster corn dog right now so bad. My teeth are hurting.
Yes.
And you have an amazing dinner. Everyone's taking care of you. The meal's taken care of. You're laughing and talking. And then you realize, like, there's this whole other world out there, and all the things that you would shut down for a while because you haven't had time to socialize or hang out with your friends or talk to your spouse.
At one point, this might happen. Da, 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 like that.
You were going to shake my hand? That was the big...
Oh, sorry. Happy?
Look, the important thing is this. If you would like to get the dinner for four at Christopher's Prime Steakhouse, all you have to do is share the show today. I don't care when you're watching. It could be any time. We're always giving them away, and we always pick every Friday. So just share the show. That could be on the Gephardt Daily or Gephardt Approved Facebook pages. If you're here on Todd and Erin, welcome. Just share the show today and know your friends, and you are automatically qualified.
Hey, coming up, if you have ever wanted to buy a farmer, there's a place to do that. And Daisy and Erin are going to tell you how. Next.
I don't know if the farmer wants to be bought.
Doesn't matter.
We'll tell you next. We're brought to you by Fink & McGregor. Mortgages made simple. Just head to fink-mcgregor.com. Take 4 minutes to answer some questions, and you'll get a great idea about mortgages that you're eligible for. And by StayFit Wellness Clinic. Go get a personalized health analysis. This is the time to get back in shape. Feel better, feel younger, and without a ton of new medications at stayfitwellnessclinic.com. Here we go. Well, we can share the joy because we're back. Hi, it's the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. Hello, my beloved Daisy. How are you?
Here I am. I like this.
Thank
it's a
you.
pretty color.
I think it matches your lips. So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
I feel like we haven't talked at all since you got back from London. I'm so jealous.
I know. It's almost a month.
Have you acclimated?
Yes, I mean somewhat. I'm just missing my dad a lot.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm not acclimated to this heat though.
I don't think anybody is because it just became so angrily cool all through spring, and then all of a sudden it was like bam.
I know.
Thanks, Mother Nature. You're really nice.
Oh gosh, it's hot.
At least it's warm tomorrow, and that's nice because there's a lot of really cool stuff. This is exciting.
Yes, it's another good weekend, isn't it? Kind of real start of the summer type of
Now,
stuff.
do you and Jay go to this a lot?
No.
Okay, so much for that.
Downtown Farmers Market. Do you guys go a lot?
Yeah, not a lot, but we go. The Grand Mama Jamma of all the farmers markets, and this is one that's got all of the vendors and the buskers and the musicians, and it's so much fun. And it's finally open again, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. I don't think I have ever once been, and this is down at Pioneer Park. It's going to be through October 6th.
Yeah.
I'm always the one that comes like sidling in around 1 o'clock, and like half the people are already closing up because I'm too lazy to get up early.
And you get some half-price plums, and you're happy.
Right?
The reason I said no and then laughed, though, is because Downtown Farmers Market is always the same for me. This is why I think we both put it in the entertainment this week, is that it's like, oh, the farmers market starts, and I say to Jay, we should go this year, and then next
we
thing
should be
you
one
know,
of those cool urban couples that shops at the farmers.
It's like October, and it's like, oh, the farmers market's ending, and we never seem to actually go.
Isn't that sad? And it's like
so sad
because it really is an event. I mean, it's so much more than shopping. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So it's all right. Then we're going to make a goal. If it's not this Saturday, by next Saturday, all of us will be going to the farmers market just on principle.
Yes,
we're going to be those hip. We're going to be the hipster urban people. Okay.
I will say, if you go this weekend, do wear sunscreen.
I'm going to warn the farmers this is going to happen.
Yeah,
all right.
They may need to know. Yeah, because Saturday is going to be like 97 degrees.
Wow.
So do wear sunscreen. The sun, when it's so it's so burny right now, it makes me very worried for people's skin.
That's because you have perfect skin.
It's just
apparently.
It's so pale.
No, you have English milkmaid skin. So apparently you have been remembering your sunscreen all these years.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's 27th year. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
27 years of farmers market.
That is so cool.
And we've been once.
So that starts Saturday, once again, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. I've got Spanish Fork Food Truck League night. That's tomorrow night.
I saw that.
And
That sounds so cool.
I think you've actually talked about this before, but it's on Main Street, the city park, and it starts at 5 p.m. And I died because my friend was there, and she took pictures just to taunt me. And there was like literally 20 trucks. Wow. And she and her family went around to every single one of them. Somebody tried something from each one. And she said by the end, we just sat in the car, and I couldn't even turn the key.
I love it.
But how fun is that? And there's musicians sometimes that come through.
And Spanish Fork as a place is actually quite cool in itself.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I don't go there very often either. And you're right, it's cool.
So, it'd be worth going down, even if you don't live in Spanish Fork, driving down there for the evening and getting some food. And I think
I'm all for anything I don't cook myself.
Yeah, oh, gosh.
That's like my big, it's like, good, I'll pay for it. I'm fine.
And food trucks are so good right now. There's so much delicious stuff to be had.
I know, I'm dying.
So that's tomorrow?
I want the waffle truck. Yes, tomorrow night, Spanish Fork
5.
Food Truck League night that starts at 5 p.m. at the city park. Now, you had a kind of a cool one.
Yeah.
Especially because we're massive pet lovers.
And the cool thing is that we picked all free stuff this week.
Nice.
So if you're like out of cash, you can still have fun with your family. I didn't know about this. You may have heard of this, but this is... it sounds like it's once a month on Saturdays at the Gateway, and it's called Save Them All Saturday.
I thought I'd heard of it once, but I didn't realize it was more than a once a year thing.
Right. So it's Saturday, June 9th, and then July 14th, August 11th. That sounds like it might be second Saturday of the month.
Cool.
Maybe.
Okay.
10 till 4. And it's a fun and exciting monthly adoption event.
Oh, that's
Dogs
cute.
and cats that are all sprayed, neutered, vaccinated, and microchipped.
Ready to go. Just right there. Point of purchase, baby.
And it's at the former Apple and Ann Taylor stores, which are just near the fountain. It's just kind of, I think it's just sort of around where like Forever 21 used to be.
I think so. I think you're right.
That's where it is. Jay and I are thinking right now that we might need a little kiddie or a nice little corgi is what we're thinking.
Aww.
And so we might go to that. And that sounds, it's a good deed to adopt a pet.
Yeah, don't buy, adopt. I think that's wonderful. And especially since they've got them all ready to go. I mean, like this is like, the whole plus package.
Yes.
You don't have to do anything. I love that.
And even if you're, even if you're not thinking of adopting immediately, it's a good idea. It'd be fun to go down there and just take a look and, see what little animal you might love to have in your home.
One thing they always suggest is to bring the whole family because you want to see how the animal reacts to all of you and how you, react to all of them. There was one time that one of our twins looked at this dog and was like, this will not be happening ever.
Oh, really?
It was like an instant, I do not like you thing. Oh. And you don't really know. It's like it just, for some people or some pets, it just doesn't take for some reason.
Yeah, and you don't want to do, adopt with...
Exactly.
Some of your kids and not the others, and then get home and have something like that.
Yeah, the mutual hatred.
What kind of dog was it, just out of interest?
It was a Labradoodle, which we wanted because it has hair instead of fur, so it wouldn't shed it because McClaney had really big issues with like hair and pollen. But they looked at each other and they're both like this, no.
Just no. Yeah.
And it was awful. It was just sort of like, they're like, it's not you, it's me. You could see it from both of them. They're just like, don't touch me.
It's a relationship breakup.
I know, it was so funny. But yeah, they say it's important to bring everybody just so you get a sense of how you all react together, the pack.
Well, I'll let you know if we go.
You and Jay are going to be a pack now.
We may come away with a little sweet corgi for our home.
That's so cute. Okay, and that's down at the Galvin. What time does it start?
Gateway, actually.
Gateway. So sorry. Gateway.
Oh, yeah. 10 till 4.
Perfect.
So 6 hours of adoption and love. And just by the former Apple store, which is just by the fountain, so you'll probably see it.
Your kids can wear their swimsuits under their clothes, and you can go send them through the fountain a couple of times.
Yeah.
People bring lawn chairs and towels and stay for the day.
Isn't that so
like it's
funny?
A pool? I had never seen that before until this fountain, but there's something about this one, I guess, that's just so big and awesome
And I suppose now the Gateway's a little bit quieter. It's a bit easier to do that than when it was,
crazy. Yeah.
Although it's getting more bustling, which is really cool.
Dave and Buster's just opened up.
Yes.
Which I guess I've never seen a Dave and Buster's, but apparently this is like Nirvana for night entertainment.
Yeah, so you go and you do games and food, and I've never been to one. I've never seen one.
I dated a guy named Buster.
Buster, that's such a cool name.
It was in the South where they named them Buster unironically, like intentionally.
I kind of love that, though. What was his last name?
No, but McCrory.
Buster McCrory.
But you can't say Buster without going... I'm sorry, it's hard. How do you keep your face straight when you say Buster? Hey, Buster. Wait, never mind. Admit it, you couldn't have married a Buster.
No.
All right, coming up next. Oh, this is so cool. Ocean's 8 opens tomorrow.
So excited.
I'll have all the details.
So excited.
It's going to be so cool. We're brought to you by Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. If you're tired of feeling sick and tired, it's time to make an appointment with Dr. Bowden for a new holistic health plan to make you feel better, lose weight, sleep well at stayfitwellnessclinic.com. And by Magic Wash with 2 locations in South Ogden and Layton. Come in for the ceramic car wash that keeps your car cleaner longer by sheeting all the dirt and the water off your nice shiny finish.
Hi there, welcome back to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. Go ahead, say something.
Oh, it's Hollywood Connection. It's brought to you by Connect Heating and Air. If you go to Utah Heating and Cooling, you can find out and get set up for their $39 air conditioner tune-up special. Believe me, you're going to want the savings this summer when your air conditioner is working on overtime. Just go to utahheatingandcooling.com. I am so excited for Ocean's 8.
Ocean 8, look at this.
In 3.5 weeks, the Met will be hosting its annual ball. And we are going to rob it. Not the ball itself.
On the neck of Daphne Kluger.
Valued at over $100 million.
Oh, cool.
I am so excited for this.
I am too.
So basically, it's Ocean's 11, except for it's cooler and it's all girls.
Why is it going down?
Julia Roberts and...
Why is it going 8?
I don't know, because there's 8 of them.
13. There's
8 of them, I guess.
It's lower.
Anne Hathaway,
than the
Julia
last
Roberts. I mean, I'm so excited. The buzz on this is huge. Rotten
Is it?
Tomatoes, the audience gave it 98%. The critics gave it 89%.
That's great.
So this is really cool.
You know what's sad about this? And I'm not sure if it was Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 13.
Ocean's 27.
No. It was one of those two. And it's an airport scene right at the end of the movie. George Clooney is there. Brad Pitt is sitting down. George Clooney is standing there, and Brad Pitt says to him, "Hey, next time, why don't you not put on so much weight?" Because evidently he had to get an issue when he started the movie of dropping some weight for this. And then Clooney turns towards Pitt and he goes, "Why don't you settle down and have a bunch of kids?"
That's so
And
funny.
now it's sad,
Oh.
right? Because it was
No, because he still has a bunch of kids and George Clooney's still thinner. So
yeah,
it's
but
okay.
he's it's just I always remember that now. I always remember that end when they got divorced. You're like, oh.
No, that one, I did
sad.
not believe in love again for a long time after Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt broke up. Because
Yeah.
that was just like, really? There's nothing left to live for. I'm sorry, that was heartbreaking. All right, now we're on a bummer end. This was like a happy thing. It was Julia Roberts and Anne Hathaway and all our favorite actresses, and now you make me all sad.
Since we're not going to be seeing that movie because we have kids and we'll be taking them to, is there any idea? Coco?
Incredibles 3 comes out next week.
There you go.
There's no kid movies out yet, which really shocks me. It's summer.
It is summer.
It's like first week that all the kids are out of school, and they didn't pop anything out
I
for
didn't
us.
think about it. All right.
Yeah.
International headlines.
That would be Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom, and she is brought to you by the New Millennium Financial Group. Go to utahsfinancialplanner.com. These are the guys that are going to ask you questions to help you understand your goals. What do you really want to do with your life? And they'll show you ways that you can invest and save when maybe you think it's not even possible. Also, by Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. I just went there yesterday and it was amazing. This guy is like the rehab master. I'm talking about everything from carpal tunnel to fibromyalgia, all these things, they can take them away from you. It doesn't have to be a chronic symptom. And also by Fink and McGregor, Mortgages Made Simple. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. Within 4 minutes, you're going to know all kinds of different mortgages that are available to you, and someone will call you back within the next business day. Tell them Todd and Erin sent you, fink-mcgregor.com. Daisy, my darling, what is going on today?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Here's what's making news in the US and around the world Thursday, June 7th on GephartDaily.com. Civil defense officials in Hawaii estimate that hundreds more homes have been destroyed this week by lava from the Kau volcano. The latest official figures said 159 homes had been lost since the volcano began erupting in early May, but Hawaii County civil defense officials say the true number is closer to 500. Among the homes destroyed Tuesday was that of Hawaii County Mayor Harry Kim. The lava has extended nearly a mile into the bay and has filled the water and air with tiny particles of volcanic glass, which can irritate the skin and eyes and be dangerous if inhaled. For the first time in 20 years, there are more job openings in the United States than there are job seekers, according to the Department of Labor. The department said this week that job openings in April reached a record high of 6.7 million, an increase of 65,000 from March. Openings increased in the most in durable goods manufacturing and information, while jobs in finance and insurance have decreased. And Donald Trump has granted clemency for Alice Marie Johnson, a first-time nonviolent drug offender who was given a life sentence without parole. The 63-year-old great-grandmother was released from a federal prison in Alabama where she had been serving time for 22 years. Reality TV star Kim Kardashian had visited the White House last week to talk to Trump about prison reform and seek a reprieve for Johnson. Upon hearing of the clemency, Kardashian tweeted, "Best news ever." And time now for a look at the Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's number one audiovisual specialists, and by Magic Wash, home of the high-tech, long-lasting ceramic car wash with outlets in South Ogden and in Layton. Northern Utah's temperatures stay in the 90s until Sunday, when we get a break with a high of 75 degrees expected. In southern Utah, you can expect temps in the low 100s between now and Wednesday, with a slight dip into the 90s possible on Saturday and Sunday. So please stay in the shade and stay hydrated. For more news 24/7, check out GephartDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
You can buy a farmer. Thank you, Daisy.
Farmer's market, you can buy a farmer.
You
You're
can
so
buy a
funny.
farmer. I suggest the small ones. They're easier to carry.
Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. I went up there yesterday and I got to talk to Dr. Bowden. It was funny. He did all my vitals, blah, blah, blah. They went through my BMI, my body mass. They went, I mean, even things like the acidity and alkaline in my body. And he was talking and explaining some of the stuff he goes through. And it was interesting. We were talking about one of his clients who has fibromyalgia. And if you think about chronic illnesses like fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome or, carpal tunnel syndrome, all this stuff, you start getting really depressed because you've got a chronic pain that never goes away no matter what medication has done to you.
Right.
And a lot of times one medication you take for one condition can give you some sort of backlash in some other part of your body.
You screwed up one of your toes, and next thing you know, her knee went out.
Exactly.
And it was connected.
And he was talking about the fact that there's so many different factors that go into it, and sometimes doctors are treating the wrong place, and you have to go back to the origin of where it hurt.
So that's what they do first.
But he is the rehab master, and this is the part that was so interesting to me. This is his job, is to make sure that every part of your body is integrated so that the condition goes away. And I hadn't realized how many factors go into it. It was really fascinating to talk to him. But look, you want a free consultation. You want to talk to this guy. There's so many things that he can change in your life, and you do not have to be depressed and feel hopeless anymore. If you go to stayfitwellnessclinic.com, you can schedule your consultation there.
All right, very good. Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday, it's happening, and this is such a cool thing. Free fishing day.
Are we taking Zoe?
Now, here's the deal.
Okay.
Free fishing day, which means you can take your kids if you're licensed. You can take your kids, the older kids, because little kids can fish free for all the time. But your older kids, they need to have someone have a license, and they go with them. Another thing you might not know is there are urban fishing ponds. Did you know this? There's like 50 of them along the Wasatch Front.
Explain this to me.
They're parks that look like regular parks, but they have ponds in them, and some are bigger, some are smaller.
Do we have one by us?
No.
But they have fish in them, in the ponds, and you can fish for them.
You know when you're going north and you're heading towards just past Layton, and the grain towers are there, that water on your right?
Yeah.
That's one of them. But the other ones you can't even see.
The Utah State Cooperative Extension, yeah.
And they go ahead and they stock them because really important thing about taking your kids is the fact that they succeed. And then they're going to have people at certain ones. You can get more information. Go to their website. More information and there'll be people there helping you out.
That's so fun.
In case you're
I know a lot of places they'll even supply the fishing poles and help you out with bait.
So you could check out their website. I think Free Fishing Day is awesome, and it's the DWR, Department of
Wildlife Resources.
There you go, Free Fishing Day. That's like such a good thing. We got to fish more.
You and your love of
We got to fish more.
All right, coming up next, we've got another cool free thing that's being launched, and this might actually keep you alive, so we'll tell you about it next.
What?
We're brought to you by Connect Heating and Air. Go to UtahHeatingandCooling.com for their $39 air conditioner tune-up special. Some care now could make the difference in hundreds of dollars of energy bills this summer. And by New Millennium Financial Group. Take your feeble financial health back to a more robust position with a consult with New Millennium Financial Group. They're offering a complimentary financial analysis to get you started at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Shot of the flag. 106 South. Very nice. Nonprofits.
You had a very golf announcer tone there. Very nice. That's a lovely flag.
The flag is now waving. The hush falls over the crowd.
All right, talk about this because it is cool.
God bless America.
I can't tell you how many people I've seen be hit by cars when they're riding their bikes. There was one guy that it was amazing. It was up by the University of Utah. This poor cyclist gets hit by this car. I'm running over there, and I've got the cyclist sitting there, and I look at the guy who's standing there, and I said, call 911. And he goes, well, I don't have many minutes left on my phone.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
we are in a bike, what is it?
We're a bike mecca.
We are in the bikes downtown and around downtown, and they're everywhere, and they go really fast and stuff, and we love our bike people. But now we got people and cars, and they're getting really close to each other.
Well, the trouble is cyclist fatalities has risen by 12% over the last 4 years here along the Wasatch Front.
There's a lot more bikers. You got to admit that.
That sucks. Well, it's interesting. They've got a Provo nonprofit called the Bicycle Collective, and they are just launching an urban cycling safety course. This is free. And you can participate in the session, and basically they're telling you what to look for, like with cars, like common mistakes the cars make or common mistakes the cyclists make, ways to be more visible so that you don't get hit, which is a big plus.
Right.
A lot of different things, and there were a couple of interesting techniques I hadn't even heard about before.
Right.
And so these are free. You can just go to the Bicycle Collective. I think it's bicyclecollective.org. But they're free classes. They're going to do them all. They're going to do them all summer long. And the interesting thing is they also teach you what you do if you do get hit. There's different ways to respond.
Cry?
No, but there's different ways to respond.
Bleed correctly.
That reduce the incidence of injury.
Right. One of the
Which
biggest
I would
things.
not know.
One of the biggest things, and this goes for pedestrians too, is eye contact. Pedestrians, car's pulling up, and you've got the crosswalk. You're waiting for the eye contact because if you think, "Oh, it's my right," that's the definition of dead right.
Yeah, congratulations.
Dead right, but I could. Yes,
I don't
you
trust
did.
I don't trust anyone.
You got flattened. By the way, the Bike Collective, if you haven't heard of them before, nonprofit. They got 3 locations, one in Salt Lake, and basically what
Provo
they'll do,
Ogden, yeah.
and you can take your bikes that you don't use anymore, and you take them down and you give them to them. And then what they do is they take kids who are not economically challenged, and they get them a bike, but they're the ones who have to fix it up. So they're using tools, they're using instruction, and they go through it. They have classes for men, anybody, for women, a women-only classes, and they've got all these great things. And I just think, it's healthier for the kids, for the homeless gentlemen with homeless in the women. How do you get to work? How do you do this? They give away locks too, so you can lock your bike, so you keep your bike. They do a lot of good work anyway. So if you want to learn more, or you just want to buy a crazy looking bike for Burning Man, they got those on sale too.
I don't know. The urban biking thing had never occurred to me, but it's like, yeah, you have to look out for yourself because you can't just trust that people who aren't used to having cyclists on the road with you will.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they're doing all these different techniques to, essentially keep you alive.
If you live in the south part of the valley, and we went through this too, and then suddenly you come downtown, there's a lot more to look at in the crosswalks as far as who's walking where, who you're going to run over first, and all that stuff. So this is a great idea, great course. I want to switch, Mike in the booth. I'm going to switch the last 2 stories, And I want to talk about the guy who picks up his girlfriend. Erin, can you help me out with that?
Well, I thought this guy was so sweet. Zach Joel, and this started back in April, picked up his girlfriend every day, Brianna Garcia, when she got out of her classes at University of Louisiana.
Right.
He'd be sitting here waiting with a big smile.
What's that?
And as you see there, he's in the Oscar Mayer
Wienermobile.
Because he decided, I'm going to start becoming more creative. So he started dressing up in different outfits. Sometimes he would even decorate his car to reflect with costume.
Oh, funny.
Then one day he picked her up in an ice cream truck. Another day he arrived in a pizza delivery car dressed as a slice of pepperoni pie. Then in a DIY Batmobile. And she said, I've been kind of embarrassed, but at this point, everyone at the whole university is kind of getting into it.
Does he have a job?
One guy even offered up his own Prowler hot rod so Dole could keep up the routine. So the funny thing is they started posting videos, and people started volunteering vehicles like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. That was pretty impressive. And he said that not only has he done the Wienermobile now, that the next thing he's got is apparently there is a gigantic ice cream truck with a cone embedded into it.
Yeah, you need that.
That careens around Mississippi. And he said they're going to drive it up for him so he can pick her up in that big ice cream cone mobile.
So he doesn't
You
really
gotta tell,
have
that's
a
pretty
job.
impressive. Yeah, I know.
Why aren't they married yet? I mean,
If
what
you
else? What else can you do?
If
How
you
are
picked me up at a Wienermobile, I would totally marry you again. I mean, seriously, how could you not? How could you not fall into the arms of a man who picked you up in the Wienermobile?
I can't say what I'm thinking again. All
I had a
right.
picture with the Wienermobile. It was a very beautiful picture.
It was. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, move on.
I'm going to take you for a final story today. Tennessee. Tennessee, known for what, Erin? Whiskey.
Barbecue.
Whiskey.
Memphis country music.
Tennessee Tuxedo. Do you remember Tennessee Tuxedo?
What is that?
It was a cartoon. He was a penguin. I don't know where that came from.
I'm very impressed. I don't either.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Huh.
It's a great cartoon.
Okay. I trust you. What else is Tennessee known for, honey?
Really hard town names to pronounce. Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro.
This doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? Anyway, in this town in Tennessee, really weird thing happened. And this was at 3 a.m. in the morning, and a couple is at their house, and they get this on the door.
Every time you get a knock at 3 a.m., it's never good.
It's never good.
Don't answer the door.
Don't ever answer the door.
Don't answer the door.
Or do what I do. Don't answer the door.
Yeah.
Don't
answer
Look
it.
out the window. Do not answer the door. So this married couple, they were sitting there, and evidently the person outside was Shalonda.
Shalonda sounds like a girl that's trouble.
And like she's broken. And the married couple, they said, oh, we'll just open the door. And they opened the door, and Shalonda dumped a big bowl of sugar on him. Didn't see that coming.
Okay.
And then she starts stabbing the woman.
His girlfriend?
His wife.
His wife? That seems like a bad thing.
Starts stabbing her. And the husband is like, I got to get in there. I'm coming in. And he didn't have anything. So he grabbed something off the table and he went in. He went into the fight to save his woman.
That is beautiful.
And he took the ketchup with him. And he blasted her in the face with ketchup.
That's actually kind of genius. I thought he was going to try to wield off the knife with the ketchup bottle.
Right in the face.
That's so much smarter.
I know.
Right?
I relished the thought. That's a bad way to end the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
No, but now you can do open carry with your ketchup.
You could have mustard on one side, ketchup on the other.
That's right. Either it's like where you're going to a ketchup fight. No, barbecue. I'll leave it with that.
It's just the bowl of sugar. I'm still like,
what?
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to share the show to enter to win Christopher's dinner. And
We'll see you.
carry ketchup.
Everywhere you go.
That really is smart, though. I mean,
Why?
why would you even think of that?
I don't know.
That man is genius.
I'm still concerned about the